morning and welcome to xsnews Business Report with Bokamoso M. In today's news, we will be discussing everything related to yesterday's national budget speech. The Minister of Finance tabled the national budget as a proposal to the National Assembly in terms of Section 27 of the Public Finance Management Act. However, what the minister presents is not final. It remains a proposal subject to amendments by Parliament. Members of Parliament have the power to not only reject the budget, but to amend it. It is time for opposition parties to unite and amend the proposed budget for the first time in our democracy. Now, this then means that the government of national unity is being tested. The 2025 budget speech by Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana has a lot of big numbers and policies, but what does it really mean for young South Africans? Let's break it down in terms of job opportunities and education. Will this budget truly deliver? The government is betting big on infrastructure projects to create jobs. Over 1 trillion is set aside for transport, energy, and water projects for over the next 3 years. PRASA's rail upgrades could make commuting easier and create jobs in construction and maintenance. Private sector partnerships with Transnet could lead to internships and employment in logistics and transport. But the big question remains, will this project really open doors for people, young people in South Africa, or will corruption and inefficiency get in the way? We know that education cannot be left out in this budget. 11,000 teachers will be retained, improving the quality education. Early childhood development ECD funding is increasing, giving younger kids a better start. 800 post-community service doctors will be hired, which could help young medical graduates. However, there is no mention about one of the biggest parts of education, which is NSFAS funding, which is concerning for students struggling with tuition fees. The cost of living is constantly rising, prices are going up. VAT is yet to increase to 15.5% this year and 16% next year, meaning we will pay more for goods and services. The unfortunate part is that marginalized communities will be the ones struggling and unable to afford these goods. The government is trying to soften the blow by adding canned vegetables, dairy blends, and organ meats to the list of VAT-free food items. No increase in fuel levies, which could help keep transport costs stable. The cost of living is going up, but there are some relief measures in place, such as social grants. The 350 SRD grant is extended until March 2026, and the government is working on a permanent income support system. Child support grants are up by 30 rands to 560 per month. The foster care grant is increasing by 70 rands. This is good news for the unemployed youth, but is it good enough? When coming to digital and skills development, they are speaking about cheaper data, more tech job. The cost of data has been dropped by 51% since 2020. Making internet access more affordable. Visa reforms will make it easier for businesses to bring in skilled workers. This could create more tech and digital jobs, but will South African youth get the priority? When coming to the public sector, will there be any space for employees? The early retirement plan aims to create space for younger public sector workers. The government is reviewing over 100 employment programs to reduce waste and make job opportunities more effective. Will this actually help young people find government jobs, or is it just another policy on paper? We need more money to fix the system concerning crime and corruption. More funding is going into law enforcement and forensic investigations to fight economic crimes. A ghost worker audit will remove fake employees who are draining government funds. This is a good move, but will it be enough to stop the money from disappearing? We are thinking infrastructure and services. What is it that is being fixed? 402 billion for transport, 219 billion for energy, 156 billion for water and sanitation. Metros will only get more money if they improve governance, meaning cities must fix corruption to qualify for extra funding. This could mean better roads, transport, water supply, but only if the money is being managed properly. Over the last few days, we have had issues with our climate and disaster management. Now, we are preparing for the worst. 1.7 billion set aside for disaster resilience, with an extra 4 billion for provinces dealing with past disasters. If you live in an area affected by floods or water shortages, this could mean better infrastructure to prevent future damage. Now, the verdict is, what is in it for the youth? When coming to opportunities, this big infrastructure project could create jobs and business opportunities for young people. Cheaper data could help small businesses and young entrepreneurs. The 350 SRD grant continues, offering some relief for the unemployed. What are the challenges that we are facing as a country? Year after year, we are continuously crying about one and the same thing in this country, which is the unemployment rate. Unemployment is still a big issue with no new youth-focused job programs. VAT increases will raise living costs despite some food relief. No direct boost for university funding, which could leave students struggling. This budget is all about economic stability and preventing debt from getting worse. But will that stability translate into jobs and opportunities for young South Africans? Now, let us hear from experts on what this will do to their businesses and the business industry as a whole in South Africa. Thank you so much for joining us. We would, of course, appreciate some insights on today's topic. See you next time. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. And of course, we would appreciate some of your insights on today's topic. See you next week, same time, same place. That's it from me, Bokamoso Machika.